Welcome to Daily English Grow.
Hello, and welcome back to Daily English Grow, your cozy place to practice real, natural English. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. We are so happy to have you here with us today in our global classroom. How are you doing, Maya?
I'm doing wonderful, Leo. Thank you. Today, we have a very special, comfortable topic. We are talking about a full day at home.
Oh, I love days spent at home. Sometimes life moves so quickly, and it feels absolutely amazing to slow down, stay inside, and enjoy the small details of our daily routines.
Exactly. And this episode is designed for intermediate and beginner learners. The vocabulary and grammar are smooth and clear, perfect for A2 and B1 levels. But we have also included some beautiful new words to help your English grow.
Yes, and don't worry. We will stop and explain these new words as we go. We call this our vocabulary spotlight. You can listen while you relax, wash dishes, cook, or take a gentle walk.
So, take a deep breath, get a cup of tea, and let's jump into our day at home.
Let's start at the very beginning of the day, the morning. Imagine the sun is just starting to rise. The house is completely quiet, and the air feels fresh.
On a relaxing day at home, I don't like to set a loud, angry alarm. I love to wake up naturally. I open my eyes, stretch my arms, and just look at the sunlight coming through the window.
That sounds perfect. My morning starts similarly, but the very first thing I do is sluggishly crawl out of bed to go to the kitchen.
Oh, wait! Let's look at that word, sluggishly. Leo, can you explain what that means for our listeners?
Of course, sluggishly is an adverb. It means to move very slowly because you are tired or do not have much energy yet. Imagine a snail or a slug moving across a leaf. When you wake up and your body feels heavy and slow, you are moving sluggishly. For example, on Mondays, I sluggishly walk to the bathroom.
That is a great word. I definitely move sluggishly before I have my morning coffee. Once I am in the kitchen, the very first thing I do is open the curtains to let the natural light fill the room. It helps my brain realize that a new day has started. Then, I fill the kettle with fresh water.
Are you a tea lover or a coffee lover in the morning, Maya?
I am definitely a coffee enthusiast. I love the entire process. I weigh the coffee beans, grind them, and smell the rich aroma. It is like a small morning ritual.
Oh, ritual. That is another excellent word for our vocabulary spotlight.
Yes, a ritual is a noun. It means a set of actions that you repeat regularly and carefully, often because it brings you comfort or a sense of peace. It is different from a simple chore. A ritual is something you enjoy and do with focus. For example, reading a story to a child before bed is a beautiful evening ritual.
I love that. My morning ritual is making a warm cup of herbal tea with a small spoonful of local honey. While the tea is hot, I sit by the window. I don't look at my phone and I don't check my emails. I just sit in silence.
That is so important, Leo. Today, our minds are always so busy with technology. Checking your phone the minute you open your eyes can make your brain feel crowded and stressed. Sitting in silence is like giving your mind a gentle hug.
Exactly. After my tea, I like to do some light stretching exercises on the living room rug. It wakes up my muscles and gives me a boost of positive energy.
After my coffee, I make a simple, healthy breakfast. Usually, it is oatmeal with sliced bananas and a pinch of cinnamon. It is warm, sweet, and fills me with energy for the rest of the morning.
Once breakfast is finished, it is time to take care of our space. A clean home helps create a calm mind.
I agree completely. When my house is messy, I feel like my thoughts are messy too. So, the next part of my day at home is dedicated to decluttering and tidying up.
Oh, decluttering. That is a very popular and useful word for daily life. Let's explain it.
Decluttering is a verb. It means to remove things you do not need or want from a place, making it clean, organized, and spacious. Clutter means a lot of messy objects filling a room. So when you declutter, you throw away trash, put things back in their proper places, and make the room look neat. For example, I spent 2 hours decluttering my bedroom closet today.
I need to do some decluttering in my study room. It is full of old papers and empty notebooks. On my day at home, I start by washing the breakfast dishes. I put on some upbeat music, soap the plates, rinse them with warm water, and dry them with clean towels.
Washing dishes can actually be very relaxing if you don't rush. After the dishes, I open the bedroom windows wide to let the crisp, fresh air inside. I pull up the sheets and neatly arrange the pillows to make my bed. Making the bed takes less than 2 minutes, but it instantly makes the entire bedroom look beautiful.
Next comes my favorite house chore, vacuuming the floors. There is something very satisfying about seeing the carpets look perfectly clean. After vacuuming, I take a soft microfiber cloth and wipe down the kitchen counters and the dining table.
Let's highlight that phrasal verb, wipe down. It means to clean a surface using a wet cloth or a towel to remove dust, dirt, or liquids. For example, please wipe down the table after you finish eating lunch.
Simple and very useful. Once the surfaces are clean, the house smells fresh and looks organized. It feels like a blank canvas, ready for a productive or relaxing afternoon.
Now that the environment is tidy, the late morning and early afternoon are perfect times to focus on personal goals, studies, or creative hobbies. When you are at home, you have the freedom to choose what you want to do.
Yes, for many of us, this is the time we sit down at our desks to study English, practice a programming language, write a story, or work on a creative project.
For me, I love to spend this time working on educational content for our channel or studying new topics. I sit down at my desk with a large glass of water, open my notebook, and focus completely for a solid hour or two.
How do you prevent your mind from wandering or checking social media while you work at home, Maya?
That is a challenge. To stay focused, I use a method called the Pomodoro technique. I set a timer for 25 minutes and work without stopping. When the timer rings, I take a short 5-minute break to stretch or walk around. It keeps my mind from becoming fatigued.
Fatigued. That is a fantastic vocabulary word for B1 learners. Let's look at it closely.
Fatigued is an adjective. It means extremely tired, exhausted, or worn out, either physically or mentally. It is much stronger than just saying tired. When you work for hours without a break, your brain becomes fatigued, and it is difficult to think clearly. For example, after running the marathon, his legs felt incredibly fatigued.
That makes complete sense. Using a timer definitely helps prevent mental fatigue. On my days at home, I like to use the afternoon to work on a creative hobby, like drawing or practicing a new musical instrument. It feels wonderful to learn something new without the pressure of an exam or a work deadline.
That is the beauty of spending time at home. You can follow your own rhythm. If you are learning English, this quiet afternoon block is the perfect time to read an English book aloud, write a short diary entry about your thoughts, or shadow our voices to practice your pronunciation.
After a few hours of productivity, my stomach always starts to rumble. It is time for lunch. When you are at home all day, cooking lunch can be a beautiful, creative experience rather than a rushed meal.
I agree. On busy work days, we often eat fast food or pre-made sandwiches. But on a dedicated day at home, we can cook something nutritious and comforting.
Exactly. Today, I decided to make a simple, traditional vegetable soup with fresh garlic and olive oil, along with some warm, toasted bread. I love gathering the ingredients on the counter. Bright orange carrots, green celery, and ripe red tomatoes.
That sounds delicious and healthy, Leo. I love the physical process of cooking, chopping the vegetables neatly, warming the oil in the pan, and listening to the gentle sizzle as the onions hit the hot surface.
Oh, sizzle. That is an interesting word. It sounds exactly like what it means.
Yes, sizzle can be a verb or a noun. It refers to the sound that food makes when it is frying in hot fat or oil. It is a sharp, hissing sound. For example, the sausages began to sizzle in the hot frying pan.
I can hear that sound right now. As the soup cooks on the stove, the entire kitchen begins to fill with a wonderful, cozy aroma. It makes the house feel so warm and welcoming.
Once the food is ready, I like to practice mindful eating. This means I don't sit in front of the television or scroll through my phone while eating. I sit at the table, look at the colors of the food, appreciate the taste, and truly enjoy the meal. It makes lunch feel like a true break for the body and the mind.
That is a beautiful practice, Maya. After lunch, there is always a small collection of pots and pans to clean. But because we are not rushing anywhere, we can clean them calmly while listening to a relaxing audio program or just enjoying the quietness of the afternoon.
Around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something interesting happens to our bodies. We often experience what people call the afternoon slump. We start to feel a little bit sleepy, and our energy drops.
Oh, yes, the afternoon slump is very real. Your eyes feel heavy and you just want to lie down on the sofa. On a day at home, instead of fighting that feeling with a giant cup of sugar or energy drinks, we can embrace it and allow our bodies to rest.
Embrace. That is a lovely word for our vocabulary spotlight. Let's explain it to our friends.
Embrace is a verb. Physically, it means to hold someone closely in your arms to show love. But metaphorically, embrace means to accept something willingly, enthusiastically, or with an open mind. For example, instead of complaining about the cold winter weather, she decided to embrace it by going ice skating.
So, when we embrace the afternoon slowdown, we accept it calmly instead of getting upset. To do this, I like to move from my desk to the living room couch. I grab a soft, fuzzy blanket and a comforting book.
That sounds incredibly peaceful. Sometimes I don't even read. I just close my eyes and take a short power nap.
Let's highlight that phrase, power nap. It is a noun phrase that means a very short sleep taken during the day, usually between 10 and 20 minutes. It is designed to quickly refresh your brain and restore your energy without making you feel groggy or more tired afterwards. For example, a 20-minute power nap in the afternoon can boost your productivity for the rest of the day.
Yes, a power nap is like a quick battery charger for the human brain. When I wake up from a power nap, I wash my face with cool water and I feel completely refreshed, ready to enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
As the afternoon slowly transitions into evening, the light outside changes. The sky turns a beautiful shade of orange and deep blue. This is my favorite part of a day at home, the time to unwind.
Unwind is such a classic English word for relaxation. Let's give it a clear explanation.
Unwind is a verb. Literally, it means to untwist something that is wrapped up, like a ball of string. But when talking about people, unwind means to relax and stop feeling stressed or worried after a period of hard work. It is the process of letting go of your tension. For example, listening to classical music helps me unwind after a long day at school.
Beautifully explained, Maya. To unwind in the evening, I like to dim the bright overhead lights and turn on a small, warm desk lamp or light a scented candle. The soft glow instantly creates a peaceful atmosphere in the house.
I love doing that too. Then I prepare a simple dinner, perhaps a fresh green salad or a light pasta dish. Evening meals at home should be easy and stress-free. After dinner, I like to take a notebook and do some journaling.
What do you usually write about in your journal, Maya?
I use it for reflection. I write down 3 simple things that I am grateful for from today. For example, today I might write, I am grateful for the warm sunshine on my window, the delicious taste of my morning coffee, and the quiet time I had to read my book. Writing these things down helps train my brain to look for the good in life.
That is an excellent habit. It reminds us that happiness doesn't come from constant excitement or buying expensive things. Real happiness is found in these tiny, quiet moments at home.
Now, night has arrived. The world outside is dark and quiet. The final part of our day at home is dedicated to preparing our bodies and minds for deep, restful sleep.
This is what experts call a bedtime routine. To prepare for sleep, I make a strict rule to turn off all screens, my phone, my computer, and the television, at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light from screens tells your brain that it is still daytime, which makes it hard to fall asleep.
That is very true, Leo. Instead of looking at a screen, I love to take a warm shower or bath. The warm water relaxes my muscles and releases any remaining physical tension. Afterwards, I put on my most comfortable, loose pajamas.
Then, I walk around the house to check that the front door is locked and the kitchen stove is completely turned off. Ensuring everything is secure gives me peace of mind. I step into the bedroom, pull back the blankets, and climb into bed.
The feeling of clean sheets and a supportive pillow is one of the best feelings in the world. Before I turn off the bedside lamp, I read just a few pages of a calming fiction book. It helps my mind drift away from daily worries and enter a world of imagination.
Finally, I turn off the lamp. The room becomes completely dark. I take 3 deep, slow breaths, letting my body sink into the mattress. I tell myself that today was a good day, and my only job right now is to rest. Spending a day at home is a beautiful reminder that life does not always have to be busy or loud to be meaningful. The small choices we make, taking a deep breath, tidying our desk, cooking a fresh meal, or sitting in silence, can turn an ordinary day into a source of deep happiness.
Exactly, Leo. And now, the ball is in your court, our dear friends. We want to hear from you in the comment section below.
Yes, tell us, what is your favorite morning ritual when you stay at home? Or, what is one chore that helps you feel organized? Write just 1 or 2 simple sentences. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try to use at least one new word we practiced today.
Every single comment you write helps our global classroom grow closer together. If you enjoyed this calm, friendly episode, please like it, subscribe to Daily English Grow, and share it with a friend who is also practicing their English.
Take gentle care of your mind, enjoy your quiet moments, and remember that your English skills are growing beautifully every single day, one small step at a time.
Thank you for joining us today. This is Maya,
And this is Leo.
and we will see you in our next episode. Bye!